Kids, listen to the rap music. Kids.
Hello guys, B Gamer here, and today I'm going to rant. I was playing World of Tanks, and I've been playing it for a while. I've had 6,000 games. It's minimal compared to what other people have had. I've seen people with about 55,000 games, and surely they've had the game for a lot longer than me, but from my impression, on my time in World of Tanks, I've come to realize that there's a mixture of different cultures and people playing World of Tanks. Like, the people themselves, some of them are real dicks. Like, I mean, they go out of their way just to ruin your game for you, and then there are people who suddenly decide it's good to tease as well, so they just prefer saying, you suck, or my team shit, or kill these scrubs, or like, they go to massive lengths just to hate on generally everybody else in the community. So I've come to realize that perhaps people in World of Tanks aren't either the brightest people, or at least they're not the nicest people. Now, I do understand that this is not for everybody. Like, not everybody is a complete douchebag playing this game. I know there are quite a few people who enjoy this game and act normal. And when I say normal, I mean not indiscriminately scream at their comrades and even release their location even if they're playing the game. Like, I mean, it's understandable for an AFK, but for somebody who's playing the game and attempting to their skill to actually play the game, and then their teammates just call them out like that, it's not very fair for the rest of the people playing the game. So today I was playing the game. I decided I was going to try my bishop because I wanted to get the FV 304. And the FV 304 is just it's the biggest troll SPG you can get. But before you do that, you need to go through the bishop. And so I started playing with the stock bishop, and this was my double time. This is me trying to get my double time. So as you can see, I am playing my bishop. I am a tier 5 in this game. So this is a very good opportunity for me to be able to, in order to actually do any damage, because the default gun on this tank is not very effective, even to most tier 5 tanks. So it's a struggle in order to actually obtain the next gun down the line with this tank's default gun. It's a bit difficult, but other than that, I attempt to continue anyway, but a bit of an aggressive ram there by the A20, and now it's a bit... I stopped to try and let him pass, because I thought maybe perhaps, oh, he's just trying to get past, but no, instead he wishes to continue bumping me, and this is the point where I knew it was deliberate. So what I want to try and do is I want to back up. I'm going to look at him, but I'm not going to shoot him. This is just to try and scare him off. So he goes that way, I think. Oh no, he's still going to do it. He's going to... At least this is the kind of the direction that I want to go. So I'm heading this way. The A20 is just sitting there doing that to me. And... what is it? Jos Delgato. He's got about 1,000 games. He's got 47% win ratio, so it's pretty much the same as an AFK can get. Nothing too great, but from what I'm seeing here, I'm quite surprised he's managed to get that 47% win ratio. Because if he's doing this, then I'm not sure how he's managed to get that. Perhaps by luck, by just sheer luck. But that's kind of depressing, to be honest, because I've seen people who actually play the game and end up with 46% win ratio, and people like this doing nothing to contribute to their team and instead purposely going out of their way to ruin the game for other players. has a higher win ratio than some of those players. That is a real disappointment, to be honest. Because this guy here just does not give up. Look, he's going to follow me all the way over to this other vantage point. I'm trying to get to this point in order to try and gain access to do more damage to the PZ and the other light tanks that might show up around there. Even the Alecto. Ugh. So I'm looking over here to see if he's still there. Perhaps he might get spotted again. I'm still getting pushed, mind you. So I took a shot because I knew for the fact that this guy's going to keep on pushing me no matter what. And it's not going to make my accuracy any better. So I continue to aim down here, and then I don't know why, I just kind of decided I'll look back at him again. I could have taken a shot, but then that happens. He pushes me so far that I can't actually shoot at him anymore. So at this point, I drive back. I'm still not shooting at him yet. I haven't. I deny him the gold, or at least the silver that he'll earn from me shooting him, even though it's going to ruin my game. I can't even get the opportunity to shoot at this KV-1S. It just keeps on getting pushed away every time I shoot, but it just ends up landing right there instead. I decided, no, stuff him. He's not allowed to pass me. I just drove back into his way because, you know, stuff this guy. So he's still sitting here. I'm not sure exactly what he's obtaining from doing this. Maybe just to ruin my day, perhaps. So I want to be able to get a shot off. And so I'm looking for the best possible way for me to be able to take these shots. So I look up over here. I'm looking way too far. But I know this guy is still pushing me. And there seems to be nowhere I can really go which stops him from pushing at me. Because he just seems to follow me everywhere. He's going to push me from behind again. So there's no real opportunity for me to be able to actually play this game properly with this guy doing this. So I aim at him again. Look, that makes him move away. I aim my gun back towards the enemy. And then all of a sudden, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm going to push you again. This is the type of people that I always seem to end up with. Mind you, that this is on the Asia server. So I'm sure, I'm at least hoping, that it's a bit different on the US or the EU server. Because this is just not right. Like, who in their right mind goes out of their way to ruin a game for other people? I took another pop shot at that Alecto just because I knew simply that I wouldn't be able to aim up in time, and not only that is that I can't really aim up with this guy pushing me. So I take another shot over it there, hoping that the Alecto is still there. And so I'm still struggling to get anything done with this guy here. I haven't done any damage throughout the entirety of this game that I know of. I could have hit the Alecto, but I don't believe I have. So I decide, you know what guys, report the A20. I say that in chat. This guy still decides, you know what, I'm still going to push you. So I'm still trying to play the game. I'm not even aiming up on him anymore. I'm still searching for this Alecto. I'm hoping that he might still be camping there. I take a shot. Somebody died on the enemy team, but unfortunately it wasn't from my lucky shot. It was actually the Lux doing his normal job, killing people like he should be. But unfortunately I can't be doing the same with this A20 pushing me everywhere. So I'm rolling back at this point. And I've set it so that it constantly rolls back, and I ask any of my teammates if they're watching this A20. And so at this point, the A20 decides that he's going to stop. Look, he's going to drive off. But in no contribution to the team whatsoever, he may spot the KV-1S. But he doesn't actually shoot at the KV-1S. He just drives off. I think the PZ-3A shoots at the KV-1S. But the A20 did not get a single shot off. So the T-40 tells me, nope, he was watching the KV-1S, which is a good reply, because it means he's doing his job. He's not actually just pushing me around because he wants to. But other than that, they've all seemed to continue the game. Like, nobody else was really being a dick in this game, but this one person just had to ruin it for me. And the most terrible thing about this game is that if I were able to actually have shot at any of those enemies and dealt damage, our team could have possibly won this game. I could have dealt damage to that KV-1S as he tried to cross, and I possibly could have done damage to that Electo. And so the T-40 just tells me he did see what the A20 was doing, and so I managed to kill their artillery, which was pretty good. So now it's just artillery and the KV-1S. So this KV-1S, this is the major problem in the game, this KV-1S. He's not the best player, but he certainly knows how to at least shoot and not push his teammates around, which is more than what I can say about that A20. So I take a shot at the KV-1S. It flies way higher than I was hoping for. Perhaps if I shot this guy once in this game, we would have won. Now, I'm not sure why, but the PZ-3A really wants to try and kill this KV-1S. I'm not sure why. So he dies by the KV-1S's hand, or at least turret, and he really shouldn't have needed to have done that. The KV-1S was not quick enough in order to return back to base. If he'd run off and capped the base, that would have been much more, I would say, important in this match. Because even though it's a KV-1S versus 3 other players, you need to keep in mind that this is a KV-1S. This is not just this is a good tank, especially in this matchup. So what I'm trying to think of is, how am I going to be able to get a shot on this KV-1S? And I have no clue. Perhaps I should have rolled all the way back to the back line, but I thought that the KV-1S would catch me on my way there. So I'm trying to spot him for the T-40. So I do that. I see him aiming up on me. The T-40 misses. I miss. The KV-1S misses, and the M7 Priest finishes me off. So it's now just between the T-40. The T-40 gets a good hit on him. He seems to be using a derp gun on the T-40, and he also seems to be using HE rounds, I believe. Or I think he might start, I think he changes to AP rounds in the next few shots. So he shoots the KV-1S, he's down to 53. I warn him, watch out for the SPG. But no, 13 HP, shot by the SPG, and now the KV-1S might reload quicker than him, and he does. That was very unfortunate. If I had one shot on that KV-1, we would have won, but no. So, I hope you like the analysis, or at least dislike the analysis of what I believe the World of Tanks community is like, because most of them I've met have been kind of douchebags. And the few people I've met that I've actually enjoyed actually have a sense of humor with the game. I was talking with somebody on the other day, and they drove off the edge of a cliff to try and get to their SPG, and they killed themselves by accident. And so I laughed, and so did he. It was no rude comment reply back to me, which was the first time in a very, very long time I've played this game where somebody hasn't had to say, go fuck yourself. But other than that, I hope to see you guys next time.